No Viking. I just realized I was recording. I started recording and then immediately forgot that I was recording. What? Why am I so stupid? My short-term memory is not existent. I started recording and then immediately forgot that I was recording. I think no, I think what happened was I started recording automatically, but while I was starting the recording, my brain didn't register the fact that I had clicked to start recording. So then it made a weird noise. Oh, come on. Dang it. Okay. That was so. Um, that was funny. So. So. The first question we are doing is this question number 1652. You know, that's funny. Oh yeah, that's right. I had a thing where basically I'm only gonna do questions that appear. They all appear. Oh, okay. Actually, not all. Yep, all of them except for the 72. So that's great. So it would be nice if I could just copy this thing. How about we do this? We will see embarrassing stuff on my computer. We will copy this thing. What? Where is it? It should be right here. What the heck? I'm done. This is how you copy and paste. Copy. Why is it different on this computer compared to my work computer? There's a button. There used to be a button at the top that had a paste. Oh, it's just different. It just looks different. I don't know why it looks different. Yes. So now we will rename this to study. So that will be simple. So now we have this version. So all we have to do is delete everything here and then start working on number 62. We're gonna download that and look at the solution. And there, that was funny. And come on, why did I do? So there. So before I start, that was funny. I should check the game. 3rd and 1. No. I want the Bengals. I predicted the Bengals to win, so I need them to win. But the Vikings have the ball on the Cincinnati 40, what? 3rd and 1 on the Cincinnati 42. 4th and 1. Oh my gosh. It's come down to a 4th down. This is insane. But it's 4th and 1. It's going to be kind of hard to stop that. Okay. So that was funny. Unfortunately, I did have to read this whole thing. So the river plant of Carlisle Incorporated produces a particular metal fixture used in aerospace and maritime industries. The following information is available for the last operating month. The plant produced and sold 27,600 fixtures for $72 each. Budgeted production was 30,000 fixtures. Standard variable costs per fixture follow. Direct materials, 4 pounds at $4. So each pound costs $4 and each unit contains 4 pounds. Therefore, each unit has $16 worth of direct materials each unit. And then for direct labor per unit, we have each unit takes 0.1 hours to produce at $40 per hour, equaling $4 per hour. Wait a minute, no. Wait. $4 per of direct labor per unit. Variable production overhead. 0.4 machine hours at $20 per hour equals 8. Total variable cost 28. Fixed production overhead costs monthly. Budget of $810,000. Fixed overhead is applied at the rate of $30. Per fixture. Actual production cost. Actual production cost. Direct materials purchased and used. 105,000 pounds at $420. Direct labor, that many hours at that per hour. So, and then variable overhead, 12,000 machine hours at $19.40 per hour. Fixed overhead, $817,000. So, there we go. Prepare a cost variance analysis for each variable cost for the river plant. Prepare a fixed overhead cost variance analysis, and then don't do the appendix part. So I've read the whole question. That was funny. Please. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. The Bengals have the ball. 3rd and 9. Oh no. Convert 3rd and 9. Please. Oh my gosh. The Vikings couldn't get a 4th and 1. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Yes. Yeah. It's over. It's over, dude. 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 13. Let's go. Yes. They scored 21 points in the 4th quarter. Oh my gosh. All they have to do is kick a field goal, right? Like that, isn't that how overtime works? Like after like each team gets one possession, then the team who scores a field goal wins, right? So they just have to kick a field goal and it's over. Wait, what? I'm confused. Why did they run the ball there? Like, I thought that all you had to do was score a field goal and it was over. I don't know how the overtime rules work. Maybe that's not how it works, because otherwise they would have kicked a field goal right then. Um. Yeah, what's going on here? $27. They scored. They kicked the field goal. I don't know why they ran the ball once after getting the first down. Kind of weird. Maybe it's. Let me see what happens here after they kick the field goal. Does that? Maybe that's why they ran it. No, that doesn't make any sense. Because then they just kicked the field goal on second down. I think. Yep, it's over. It's over. Yes. 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 Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Jake Browning throws for another 300 yards. How is he doing this? But he's essentially the reason why I picked him to win, because of how well he played the last two games. They just barely pulled it off. Wow. Okay, now we have to actually do homework. My God. So I think it's been 9 full weeks. I've had the same cough for 9 weeks. I just read the question, so now let me just double check or look at the solution here. So we just do this weird little table thing for each different thing. So the table, I think all of them have the same equations. It's actual price times actual quantity, standard price times actual quantity, and standard price times standard quantity. So you just have to basically remember those formulas, and then remember how to obviously get those numbers. And there's a price variance and a quantity variance. And now this is where having multiple screens would be helpful. The actual price. The actual price is $4.20 for direct materials, and so they pulled it from here. And weirdly enough, they do the price per pound for that because so they do the price per pound because you're given the quantity in pounds, so you need the price per pound to get the answer. The price per pound, and then the number of pounds is 105,000 for actual quantity. And they kind of gave you that already. Like, you don't even need to calculate that. Like, why would you calculate it? They already gave you that. But but I guess it's useful so that you can pull this number over to here and use it for this one. So then standard price, and the standard price is just the $4 here, right? And then it's pretty simple. If the actual is larger, that's unfavorable. Oh, man. Coughing. So, and then for the other one, standard price is going to be, well, we already got the standard price of 4, but then the standard quantity is different. So they don't give you the amount of pounds total for standard. The way you have to do it is you have to take the 105 pounds actual, right? No. What you have to do to get it is the 27,600 multiplied by the 4 pounds, I believe, right? To get the standard quantity. So if we have standard price times standard quantity. Standard price is 4, and the standard quantity is it's gonna have to be this times this. 27,600 times 4. In fact, I might not even need to do this problem, or these problems. I can just kind of talk through all of them. Hopefully that would be enough. Oh, jeez. But I still have to do the homework too. But yeah, that makes sense. I'll talk through all these problems and then do the homework, and then at that point I actually will have to do it, and that'll be enough. That was funny. So then we get that. Oh, whoops. Yeah. And if this middle one is less than this one, it's favorable. Like I can't even be bothered to logic as to why that's the case. We'll just have that memorized, and then net these two together to get the 600 favorable, and it's called a spending variance. So there's a price variance, quantity variance, spending variance, and that's that for direct materials. And then is it the same formulas? Yeah. Oh, but they call it different things. For direct material, they call it price and quantity, but for the direct labor, they call it rate instead of price, because, yeah. And then instead of quantity, they call it efficiency. So, now how do you get the numbers for these? Well, actual price times actual quantity is pretty easy. You just take this 0.1 times 40. No! What? How? How is it not that? Oh my gosh. What? What the? What? I'm a dumb. I looked at the wrong one. This is the standard. This is the actual. Direct labor, you take this times this. 2,730 times 40, 50. Gosh dang, I'm stupid. What? Oh, they did it in reverse order. Okay, and then that's called the direct labor rate variance. And then standard price times actual quantity. You already have actual quantity of 2,730, and the standard price is not 40.50, it's actually 40. So there. And then for the other one, standard price, we already have 40, but the standard quantity. So the actual quantity is 2,730, but to get the standard quantity, you take the amount of fixtures multiplied by 0.1. So 27,600 times 0.1 times 40. And also make sure if this is bigger than this, that means it's unfavorable. Whoa. Oh man. So, and then you got that, and this is less than this, so it's favorable. And then net them together, and we're going to end up with an unfavorable. And total direct material. Oh, that's not what it's supposed to say. I don't know what it's supposed to say. Not that. That's for sure. Man, I probably need to know what it's supposed to say. Hopefully it says it correctly in a different problem. But anyways, direct labor variance is 165 unfavorable. And there you go for direct labor. And then for overhead, variable overhead, we have the same exact formulas, but they're called something different. It's called the variable overhead rate variance, and it's called the variable overhead quantity variance. Okay then. Well, it might depend on like the type of overhead. I don't know. Or the activity based, the based on well. Okay, so I think the overhead might be harder to do. So let me think. Actual price times actual quantity of overhead. Let's see. I bet when I open Notepad, it's going to automatically open my password. I cannot possibly do that. Don't do that. Okay, fine. I'll just... Didn't open my password. Okay, we're good. So for variable overhead, actual times, do you just take these amounts here for variable overhead? So 12,000 times 1940, or 1940 times 12,000. Well, they skipped the steps, and just gave you this number here. Great. Maybe it's because that's not the steps. Gosh dang it. Crap. Well, standard price. Are we just going with the 20? And then for actual quantity, 12,000. Yes. So I don't know why they skipped the steps over here. I was making fun of it for doing the step unnecessarily, and now I'm mad that it didn't do the step. I guess I can see why it's helpful to do that step, because you can just kind of transfer your number from here to here and make it easier. But we have $20 times 12,000 something or other machine hours. And then, what is the standard quantity of machine hours? The actual quantity is 12,000. The standard, well, do you just do 27,600 times 0.4 times 20? So 0.4 times 20 times 27,600. Maybe I'm thinking something else is too complicated. Okay, I think I was confusing this with a different thing, because this is too easy. I now understand. Man, this is too easy. Oh my god. This one is less than this one, therefore favorable. Oh my gosh, this one's more, so it's unfavorable. Oh my gosh, unfavorable still. Keeps using the wrong phrase. Okay. Next, what is the difference between variable overhead variance analysis and then the fixed overhead cost variance analysis? How do you analyze the fixed overhead? So, let's look at the differences. Are you kidding me? He didn't put the formulas in. I wanted the formula. Okay, whatever. Hmm. Hmm. We have so I think what he said in class is it's like the same exact analysis, but you add another box on the right of it, and you skip doing the middle two because, or no, no, you don't skip the middle two. Which one do you skip? Uh, budgeted overhead. Well, I think what he does is he skips this box because budgeted overhead wouldn't that be equivalent to this? Um, but anyways, like actual cost is the equivalent to this, budgeted cost is equivalent to this, and then they add a box on the right, which is applied overhead. So how do you get the actual fixed overhead? It's given. The actual fixed overhead is 817,000, and then the budgeted overhead. Clearly, they gave you that one. It's 810,000. I mean, this is too easy. Then the applied overhead is a little bit more difficult, but probably not that hard. So the applied overhead is applied based on what? Rating. Well, $30 per fixture. Is it literally just $30 times 27,600? I mean, that's too easy. How could I not know that? It's too easy. It's too easy. Oh my gosh. And is it the same thing? This is favorable? This is so easy. What? Oh my goodness. I hardly even need to study this anymore. Like, I could be like, I'm done with chapter 16. Now there's more stuff to study, unfortunately. But this won't be too bad. I probably don't even need to do most of these problems. I can just walk through them, walk through the solutions. So, that was easy. We got favorable total fixed overhead variance. You finally labeled it correctly. Total fixed overhead variance, $11,000 favorable. And is that it? Dang, that's it. Oh my gosh. I mean, I was kind of confused at a few points in the class. Not sure why. I mean, this is so easy. Maybe I'm finding it easy because I already had the experience of watching him do it in class several times, and now it's just coming to me because I'm actually like paying attention more. But anyways, we have completed one exercise. We have completed one. We're making progress. We're making progress. Oh my gosh. I say as I've only completed one problem out of like 10 jillion problems. And I sent him an email because he still hasn't posted the solutions to chapter 15 problems 2 days before the final. Ouch. That could be a problem. Maybe I'll just study the homework and just hope that'll be enough. If he doesn't post it. Uh-oh. So, we now gotta do number 53. So, oh, comprehensive. Oh, man. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Because I feel like there's gonna... I gotta do it because there could be some weird things I'm not considering. There's like weird parts of problems. I'm so disappointed if there's some weird new thing in here. There's only 3 PowerPoint slides. That's even less than the last one. $16.53. Uh-oh. I just realized maybe I don't need to study 53 because he didn't cover it in class. Because I don't even have it on here, do I? I have to get it. É bem feito. Man, I don't know why this is so bad. I'm scrolling down and it's just not scrolling down. Is it my mouse wheel? Or is it the thing? Oh, what? This is different. This is different. The information does not look the same. Maybe it is fine. I don't know. The number of tech calls. We have the labor and support costs. What? Oh, man. So think about it. All right, so the analysis here, we got actual price times actual quantity. Like direct labor rate variance, direct labor efficiency variance, actual price times actual quantity, standard price times actual quantity, standard price times standard quantity. So the actual one will be 90 times 54. What the heck? What the? I keep doing that. I keep doing the standard one. Like an idiot. Jeez. Stupid idiot. I keep looking at the wrong thing. Oh my gosh. It's... What? Now there's 3 numbers here. Darn it. This is different. Is he gonna give us something like this on the test? I hope not. Maybe this is why I have to study this thing. What is the actual price? What is the actual quantity? We have too many different things here. We have... Well, doesn't that mean you just have to multiply all 3 things together then? Like, what do they want you to do instead? Let's see. Yeah. So, what? Gosh dang it, man. They had to make it complicated. No. I bet I'm studying a thing I don't need to study. What if I'm studying a thing I don't need to study? Because we didn't do this particular one in class. How many? 120 calls times 1.4 hours. Wait a minute. So now 84 minutes. Okay, so here's the thing. They said 84 minutes, but 84 minutes equals 1.4 hours. They give you the price in hours we need. Wait a minute. What was the total number of hours? Well, it was 120,000 times. Yeah, so it essentially just was this times this times this, but they had to change the units for this to hours to get it to work. That's what it was. It was just that. Or wasn't it? Gosh dang it, man. Well, you do need the actual quantity because you do need to calculate the 168 because you're using that for this middle column. But man, they gave you that price, so you need the quantity, which is in hours. And how many hours total is it? Well, oh gosh. Standard price is 54. Standard price times standard quantity. Now here's Then we got our standard price. What is the standard quantity? It is 120 calls times 1.5, right? Times 54. So 120 so I was correct there. Favorable. Total direct material spending variance favorable. Okay, so now I have the same thing. So what's the catch for this one? Okay, that was the labor. This one is variable support staff. Oh. Well, why did they have to call it something else? What is actual? Well, it's 1.8 million, but you need to figure out the standard quantity because it's needed for the middle column. So 40 minutes per call at that many per hour times that many calls. So how do you get the standard actual quantity? The actual quantity, so the price is in terms of hours. We need the actual quantity of hours. The number of hours is the number of calls times the number of hours. The number of hours, 40 times out of 60 equals 4 6 2/3. Oof, it's a decimal. So yeah, that's fun. It's just multiply it by 4/6, pretty much. Like just do 120,000 times 4/6 on your calculator, and you should get that actual quantity, right? Or 40/60, whatever. So you got their actual quantity there, and then you got a favorable. Now, how do you, okay, the standard price there is going to be the 24, and how do you get the standard quantity? You take the 120,000 multiplied by 30 minutes, or 0.5. And there you go. I understand the thing. That was funny. Of course, he used the wrong label again. So that's that. And what else? Fixed. So fixed overhead involves the budgeted cost, or no, the actual cost on the left, which is essentially just this, the budgeted cost, which is essentially just this, and then the applied overhead cost. So actual, budgeted, and applied. The actual overhead cost was that's funny, 4,378,000. The budgeted overhead cost was the 4,140,000, and then the applied. Now, how do they apply it? Well, just 36 times the number of calls, 120 times 36. This is too easy. This is too easy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Too easy. Maybe I should stop studying this. It's like, I've got it now. I don't need to study it anymore. Well, I don't know. I ran into a little bit of a wrinkle there on that problem, so I should probably keep going. Gosh dang it, man. Well, maybe then the rest of the problems will go pretty quickly in that case. So number 61. What's the difference? Oh, okay. So we're yeah. Which problems did we do in class? I'm confused. which were like those things. Oh, it was 62, 63. Wait. No. So I think 65 is kind of like that. This one again. Yeah, so these later ones kind of repeat the stuff that were in the earlier ones. Anyways, we will now go on to a different concept. 61. And I can kind of just do this whole process for studying for the entire test, right? Not exactly, because it's not going to be this easy. Chapter 16 is going to be the easiest one by far. Right? Chapter 16. I'm literally on the easiest chapter out of all 4 chapters I need to study. Darn it. It's not going to get any easier than this. It's just going to get harder. That's funny. So, oh man. We have gotten through how many problems? 2? Gosh dang it, man. We've only gotten through 2 problems. And this one is basically 3 problems in 1. Oh no. Oh man. Oh man. This one, and this one are like the same problem. Wow. Am I going to seriously overstudy for chapter 16 compared to all that other stuff? Well, if I do one thing very, very well on the test, at least I guaranteed those points. Oh. Stop. Okay. So we got the results. That's funny. The actual results versus the budgeted results. Prepare a flexible budget for savory parts for March. Okay, so I think it's very easy to do this, I think. I might want to do it myself, but I will look through the solution. So I think here's all you have to do. For variable costs, you have... Okay, so what you have to do, for each individual number, you have to take the number, you have to take the cost per unit. So you take the number divided by the number of units, and then you get a cost per unit for each one, right? Like, you would think they would have a column for that. Like, they should have a column for cost per unit, budgeted cost per unit, and then multiply that cost by the number of units in the actual to get the flexible budget. So for variable costs, then there you go. And again, for sales revenues, you have to take that number divided by the units to get the price per unit, multiply that by actual units. And so you could do that whole thing on an Excel sheet, but of course we're going to have to do it on pen and paper in the test. That's wonderful. And then for fixed costs, you just keep them the same because they're fixed. These fixed budget costs are going to stay the same, and that's that. So let me just look at the solution to see if that's what they did. Darn it, where's... Oh, this was for... Which number is this? 61... Stop dancing to the music. This is one of my favorite soundtracks to listen to lately. That was funny. I wish I had put this on a CD instead of on my computer. I'm so terrible at figuring out which music is good before I put it on a CD. Like, why am I so bad at that? Man, so bad. I did a horrible job figuring it out. Like, I got like 5 very mediocre soundtracks on my CDs when there were like 3 or 4 that I looked over that I didn't put on a CD. Like, this is one of them that I didn't realize it was so good until listening to it like 2 or 3 times. So anyways, stop. Okay, so what do we got? Yep, that's what I did. Just divide it by the number of units. They just take the cost divided by the number of units every time. I'm gonna have to, I mean, how much of this is gonna be on the test? Okay. So. It's so weird how in this class we're going to have had a grand total of 3 tests in the entire class. And the last test, the first 2 tests each only covered 2 chapters, and then the last test covers 4 chapters. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, why? Why could we add an intermediate test for 2 chapters and then the final covers 2 chapters? Like, come on, man. Because now I have to study 4 chapters in 2 days. It's very fun. Okay. So variable cost, you just divide by the number of units to get the units. Fixed is going to stay the same, like I said. Then you put it in there. Blurgy, blurgy, blurge, blurge, blotch, blurge, blurge. Yeah, I wish they had a middle column. Like, that would be helpful. Like, this is essentially the middle column, kind of, where they just have the unit cost. And same as master budget, and then we do that, and we're good. And then, oh, we're on to the next question already. So that was pretty easy. So the next question is, so we got the flexible budget now. So prepare a sales activity. So the first question stated, prepare a flexible budget. Now the second one is prepare a sales activity variance analysis. Okay. Prepare a profit variance analysis. A sales activity variance analysis. I don't know what those are. I get it now. Okay. The first one was sales activity variance. And the sales activity variance is the variance between the master budget and the flexible budget. That's it. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. So easy. Like, all this could be done in Excel with like a pre-made template, but of course we have to do it on pen and paper on a test, so it's very fun. And, well, we already have the flexible budget. Like, just copy and paste it over from the previous tab. Like, we already calculated that. And now all you have to do is take the difference between this column and this column. But the here's the key. You have to figure out whether it's unfavorable or favorable. Well, obviously, less sales revenue is unfavorable. And any costs, you want them to be lower. If they're lower, that means they're favorable. If they're higher, they're unfavorable. So that's easy. And then the cost, again, if it's lower, it's favorable. And then the contribution margin, you want that to be higher, but it's lower, so it's unfavorable. So that's just free. Nothing there, because it's the same. And then operating profit got less, so it's unfavorable. I mean, this is too easy. It's literally just doing like basic subtraction, just arithmetic. And then, so that's the sales activity variance, right? That's it? Is that the whole thing? It's too easy. Like, you already made the columns. Like, you already made the columns in the first step, so you just do simple, basic stuff here. Now, unfortunately, I think, so I noted on here that he messed up the solution. The solution is the flexible budget DL and material swapped. So, like, the solution, these two are switched. Like, this should be here, this should be here, I think. Right? But it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm not even working through the problem. Just talking through the problem, not actually working through it, because it would take 5 billion years to write all these numbers down. This is much more efficient, as long as I get the information and know how to do it. So, you do the exact same process between this one and this one. Literally the same exact process. Like, what? It's just free. This is free. This is so stinking easy. Okay. I mean, what am I missing here? There's got to be a catch to having something be more difficult, but nope. The thing I have to remember is what they're called. I have to know that this is called sales activity variance. This one's called price and spending variance. Like, which one matters? Well, so like, you would normally do the difference between master budget and an actual amount. That doesn't work because you didn't know the thing. Is that literally it? What? That's it. It's too easy. Okay. Oh my gosh. Like, that was so easy. Chapter 16 is like the easiest chapter ever. It's just tedious work. Like, if I actually had to do all that stuff, but I'm not doing it. Well, I'm gonna have to do it on the homework, unfortunately. Dang it, man. Oh, dang it, man. How long is that homework gonna take? It's gonna be so tedious. Oh my god. Like, I hope I'm not missing anything. So we're done with that one. Wow. Profit variance. We have to memorize the terms and the equations, but other than that, the computations would be very easy. So, number 1664. Okay. We're already like halfway done with chapter 16. After how long? An hour? Oh, come on. I didn't think it took that long. There's only one PowerPoint slide for this question, but it's probably like the simplest question in the world. So what do we got here? Information about direct materials cost follows. For organics chemicals, standard price per gallon, 56. Actual quantity used. I might be able to just do this problem and then look at the answer and see if I got the right answer. Like, this looks pretty easy. It's weird because like Monday, it's gonna be extremely stressful for the first part of Monday, and then after that, it's gonna be a nice, relaxing day for the rest of the day because I don't have to go to work. I asked if I could work on Tuesday instead because my exam is from 10 to 11:50, which means I get to work 2 hours later than I would normally get to work. And I'm like, I'd rather just work Tuesday and not screw up my hours. Because I have Tuesday off anyways. Or I don't have to go to school on Tuesday, so I can just work Tuesday instead. That was funny. So, actual quantity used, standard quantity, price variance. Can you use formulas for this, or like if I can just memorize formulas, then I'd be able to solve this problem. What was the actual purchase price per gallon? What was the price? Okay, so I think in the solution he just does the 3 columns instead of using like formulas and whatnot. I guess I should just stick with that because it's simpler. I'll do the problem. Let me just try doing it. So actual price times actual quantity. Then we have actual. I have to remember which one is which. It's standard price times actual quantity. And then we have actual standard price times standard quantity. So we're looking for AP. So we can't get this yet. We can maybe get these two. But they gave a standard price per gallon and standard quantity. So this is going to be equal to 56 times 4400, or maybe I'll 56 times 4400. And then now, so the price variance is in the middle here. So let's move this over. They gave us the price variance, which is right here. So, or here rather, 17 unfavorable. So that is that. Now let's just do this to make the math simpler, so I can just do it automatically. Standard price here, actual quantity. So we get this. Standard price is 56 times the actual quantity is 4370. So now we get crap. So there you go, and then you know what's interesting? I didn't even need to do this right column. This right column was completely useless, but like unnecessary. I didn't need to do that, did I? Because all I needed to do was this. All these three pieces of information. All I need to get this, the actual purchase price per gallon. So, or maybe not. So this is unfavorable. That means that this one is higher than this one. This plus this. There you go. So we have a number equals this number times this number. Do we have the actual quantity? Yeah. So we can just use algebra. This equals this divided by the actual quantity, 4370. And it's 59.9 for the actual price. So, like, that problem would have been better if I did algebra rather than using the columns. I don't know. Because I did this right column unnecessarily. But how would I have used algebra to solve it? Maybe I don't need to bother. It's just easier this way because I know this method. I don't need to try and come up with a more different method that I haven't figured out yet. So anyways. So is the answer 59.9? Yeah, he didn't even do this right column. Yeah, gosh dang it. Crap. If you're solving for an unknown in this left column, see, maybe try doing this column first, I guess. Oh, jeez. So let's see if he solved it exactly the same way as me. Pretty much. Yep. And then we use algebra. So that was easy. So we're done with that one. That one's funny. Number 1665. I was trying to do this in class. I was like, oh, let's use algebra to solve this one too. But I don't know. Maybe algebra would be a good way to solve it. This is the problem where I use the right column. Dang it. Okay, we're gonna just get rid of this. So the columns here are going to be A, P times A, Q, standard price times actual quantity. So the given numbers are, they gave you the price, they did not give you the actual quantity. So 1930 times the quantity of actual quantity, and then standard price is 1820, and the actual quantity not given, and then this one we got standard price of 1820 times the standard quantity 16,400. And they gave you the labor efficiency variance, which is this one. It's 14,560 unfavorable. That means this one was bigger. This means equals this. This equals this plus this. And then we got a that. And we could even put the U here. Who cares? That was funny. Yeah, that looks confusing because it makes it look like it's the other one. Crap. Well, why don't you just center it then? Idiot. Who cares? Now what? We're looking for the actual quantity and the labor price variance, this number. So which one can we get first? Actually, we can get the quantity first because we got this. So this divided by 18.2 is actual quantity. So actual quantity equals, and then we get equals this divided by 18.2. So we got 17,200. So then we can calculate this. This equals 19.3 times 17,200, and we got a favor or unfavorable. We got two unfavorables. Huh? Are you sure? Are you sure? They're both unfavorable? Oh my gosh. What? This is going to be unfavorable. There's two unfavorables. Okay, I hope I didn't do it wrong. So, or what we could just do is hours, and then we have labor price variance equals 18,920 unfavorable. So the answers are here. Whoa. So let's see if that's the answer. No, not. That's not meant. Is that it? That's it. I did it correctly. So we're done with that. Too easy. Way too easy. 67. And we're going to skip 72 because it's the appendix. And he said it's not going to be on the test. Okay. So I think this is just going to be the same type of question. Yeah. And this one is only the variable cost. There's no fixed cost analysis. That was funny. Actual price times actual quantity is 26,300. Okay, 1240 times 26,300. And the standard price times actual quantity. We got 12 times 26,300. Then we got standard price times standard quantity. So we have to do 26,300 times 5 times 12. No. Oh, come on. Nah. Why isn't it that? Darn it. Why is it 5,500? Oh. Crap. Crap. No, no, no. Stop getting confused. Dang it. Oh. Come on. Come on. The standard quantity. The 26300 is the actual quantity. So no, you're looking for the units here. I better not mess it up. But I've messed it up in class. I just notice when I mess up because the number is way different than this number. So this is unfavorable, and then this one is going to be favorable. Total direct material spending variance, favorable. Direct, so that was direct materials price variance, direct materials quantity variance. Then we have direct labor price variance. Wouldn't it be a different term? Who cares? Now they're using different terms again. They were calling it rate and efficiency, and now they're calling it price and quantity. Seriously, dude? Come on. Which is it? Anyways, don't screw it up again. You have to use this 5500 as the thing. Labor is going to be 32 times 8940. And then it's going to be standard price times actual quantity. It's going to be 30 times 8940. The other one is going to be use the 5500 units, dang it, times 1.5 times 30. And this one is higher, so it's unfavorable. This one is going to be higher, it's unfavorable. Two unfavorables. It's possibility to have both of them, and then the variable overhead variances. And then, so this might be where we're maybe confused or something. Let's see here. So the variable, now this could be different. Okay, so variable. Now they gave you the actual total variable overhead there, but they didn't give you the individual numbers. So that's going to be a challenge to figure that out here. So do not look at it. We need standard price times actual quantity for this. So what do we have? We don't have either one, do we? And the actual quantity. How do you do this? This is the challenge. Variable overhead equals 30% of material cost. What is the standard price? It says material. Is it going to be 30% of 12? Is it going to be 3/10? Oh, come on. Hey, I did it right. It is 30% of 12. Huh. I did it right. So I did 30% of 12 equals the price. So we got the standard price. The actual quantity is, it's going to be the actual quantity of materials. So is it going to just be 26,300? I was correct. 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 Now we have to get the standard price. We already got the standard price. Now we need the standard quantity. What is the standard quantity? That's a tough question. Oh, isn't it just the number of units times 5? Isn't it 5,500 times 5? Yes, I was correct. 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 I stop. Is that it? That was funny. I better do that correctly on the test. That was fun. So we only need to do one more problem. We're so close to done with chapter 16, except that we have to do our homework. Dang it. I wonder what's happening in that second NFL game. So, and again, he said that most of it will be chapter 4 and 16. That's what he said. So I'm going to study chapter 16 and chapter 4 first. And then I'm going to study chapter 10 because it doesn't have anything for chapter 15 on Canvas yet. Man. And having choice of problems to answer is can be very nice. Because I could just choose problems that I know how to do. Oh my goodness. I might literally go on the test and just like do chapter 16 questions first because those are the ones I know how to do. Probably. Well, if I was to take it right at this exact moment, but maybe by the time tomorrow rolls around, I will be much more familiar with the other chapters, and then I'll be like, and then I'll totally forget what I just studied in chapter 16 because it was 2 days ago. Oh my gosh. So are we on the last question for chapter 16? Because I just did 67, right? So we only need to do 71 and then we'll be done. And I was even doing some of it in class. Fun time, buddy. Because sometimes in class we'll be like, okay, you try doing this thing, and then and I kind of forced to do it there because like I can't just sit there and do nothing and be like, and you would see me just sitting there doing nothing and not actually doing. But that was fun. Oh, jeez. Are there 5 different variance analyses for this question? Because Yeah, but why didn't they include the selling and administrative? Why did they include selling and administrative there? Because they don't even show it on the table. That was funny. Oh yeah, bowl games. Of course, it's gonna search in Bing. I clicked on it. I wanted you to tell me about the bowl games, but you just took me to your stupid chat thing without actually doing it. Wait, no way. I can't even click. It's literally not even free. Wait, wait. Where is it? Oh my gosh, dude. It won't let me do it. What? Where's the thing where it said that? I'm confused. Uh, Chat with Bing about bowl games. I don't care about the history. And my only source of paying attention to college football was Strong Opinion Sports, and I kind of stopped watching Strong Opinion Sports lately, so I don't know. I have no freaking clue how Georgia didn't make the playoff. I have no idea why the four teams that made the playoff because it was completely different like a few weeks ago. Stop! Get out of my life! Oh my gosh. There's probably. Are there any playoff games going on today? Because these are all just bowl games. Stop. Okay, rankings. Yeah, like how did Michigan end up as the number one team? How? And how did Georgia not even make it to the playoff? I'm so confused. How is Michigan the number one team? What happened to Georgia? Wait a minute, I thought Alabama made it to the playoff, but maybe they didn't. So Georgia lost a single game. Yeah, I don't know why they chose those four teams. They choose Georgia. What happened to Georgia? Was it entirely based on the fact that those three of the four top teams were 13-0? That has to be it. Like, literally, you had to go 13-0 to make the playoff, except for Texas. Hmm. So why did Texas go all the way up to number 3? Why did Georgia lost a single game? So why is Texas in instead of Georgia? I don't get it. It must be because their loss was worse. Something like Georgia had an easier schedule and their loss was to like a really bad team or something. I don't know. And maybe the Texas team only lost to a really highly ranked team, so therefore they were given the pass over Georgia. Alabama also only lost one game. This is where I actually kind of am missing watching Strong Opinion Sports because he would be able to tell me all this information. Huh. Is this the college football playoff? This is what I'd like to know here. Huh? I don't know what this. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. So Alabama is number 4. What is going on here? So like, there's 2 different rankings. What is going on here? What? There's 2 different rankings. Is CFP the college football playoff? I think it is because that means because Alabama. So they excluded the 13-0 Florida State Seminoles or whatever from the playoff, even though they went 13-0, and they put in Alabama. Huh. So, right? That's how it works. Where's the playoff games? Because all I care about is the playoff games. Oh, nope. I don't know where they are. Stop. Darn it. So, number 71. And then we'll be done with chapter 16. And then we have to do our homework. Dang it. The material. 2 times 10. I always do this. Why must I always do this? It's 46,500 times 990. Jeez. Come on. Stop being stupid. So, standard price times actual quantity. We're gonna go 10 times 46,500. Then we got the standard quantity is equal to 22,500 times 2. Used the correct number that time. We got a unfavorable. Then we got the labor. We got 17,800 times 32. And then we got standard price times 17,800. So we got 3125 times 17,800. Then we got Standard priced. Standard quantity. So for direct labor, the standard quantity, you're going to take the number of units times the 0.8. So it's going to be 22,500 times 0.8. And there you go. So we got the unfavorable, we got the favorable, and then we got total direct labor spending. Variance is unfavorable, and then we got overhead, variable overhead. It's going to be strange. So the total variable. Uh-oh. They gave you the total overhead. They didn't give you the... Maybe you can't get that first column. Can't get the first column, I'm guessing. So the second column is going to be standard price times actual quantity for overhead. I don't know. Okay, where'd you get that? So the actual quantity 17,800. Where was that? So the variable overhead, the variable. So actual quantity. So the overhead variable overhead is calculated based on the direct labor hours. The actual quantity of direct labor hours was that, and then the overhead variable is going to be 18. No, no, what? Oh, come on. Wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. This 18 is essentially just this over here. 120% of direct labor. 120%. Do you just take 120% of that? Oh, it has to. No, it's not because it's only 2250. How did that happen? Oh, come on. This doesn't make any sense. I don't get it though. It doesn't make sense. It says 120%. Like, I guess that's the overall overhead, not just the variable. The standard quantity of 22,500 times 0.8. Overhead. $657. Hey, why'd you do out of order? Budget and overhead. Oh, come on. This is fixed overhead. It's not that. Oh. What is budgeted overhead? Is it gonna be 12 times or divided by 0.8? And then the actual quantity. I mean the standard quantity. Oh, like standard price. Okay, this is budgeted, so they're both standard. Oh, you stupid idiot. Oh. Again, why can't you put the formulas in it? That's cookies. Applied, fixed. Oh, our head is 120% times 120% times. Is this where you do the 120% times? Darn it. This times this. Not even close. Standard. Quantity. What? 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 This is like standard quantity. What the heck? What the heck? Stop. How you don't even use the 120%? What? I decided to not even bother learning this last part because I don't think it's going to be on the test. That was funny. Oh. Oh. Like 3 questions. Okay, this should be like pretty easy. Because I said it was easy, so therefore it's easy. That was funny. Sniffy. Oh, come on. I hate this homework problem. It's like, fill in the blanks. Like, yeah, just. Of course, it's completely different in the homework that is on solutions. Now we have to think about stuff. Darn it. That was funny. That was funny. What is the actual price times the actual quantity? Oh, come on. It's different. It's different. Darn it. Oh, come on. Okay. What the? They didn't even give you information. They didn't even give you the information. Oh no. Did they get? They didn't give you the. Wait. So the actual quantity of the actual quantity for materials. Well, they gave it to you right there. It's just this. So it's 505. And then the actual price of materials they gave as 2.8. So 1414000. I'm gonna kill myself. What? How did this? You've gotta be kidding! They said that it was 505,000 ounces. Oh wait, never mind. I was looking at the standard. Darn it. Wait. Gosh dang it. Okay, so they gave you the variance. So here's the way to do it. They didn't give you the. They gave you the standard price, not the. Okay. Did they give you? They gave you the standard price. Did they give you? Okay. You get. The answer I just got is the answer for this because I used the standard price for that to get that. Fail. 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 So now that was funny. So now. That means this plus this is this. So that's funny. There. So now I don't even need to do this. I can just do this minus this to get this. It's 1, 3, 4, 4, 0, 0, 0. Now, what is the standard? Oh, nope. I can just do 918 750. If it's favorable, that means this is less than this, so therefore add it. So 937, 500, and then now we have to get the standard price times the standard quantity of labor. So unfortunately, they did not give you the price. They gave you the variance. Wait, no, they didn't give you the quantity variance. How do you do this thing? You know, okay, so they gave you a standard. Did they give you actual? They gave you actual quantity, so therefore you can get the standard price. So to get the standard price, you do 937,500 divided by the actual quantity of 37,500. That's the standard price. The standard price. Then you do times the standard quantity, and the standard quantity is going to be the actual quantity of products. 96,000 times 0.4, 960,000. It is going to be favorable. Stop it. Now what? Gosh dang it. Overhead. It is fixed overhead. Actual overhead is God dang the variance between the applied and the actual. What? No. What? What? Standard overhead is the 0.4 times derpy derp 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 derp. We computed the stuff. We can get. We use the right two numbers divided by the standard quantity. Or the standard number of units produced. What the? No. They don't have that. They just have actual production. Come on. They don't have the standard production, so you can't do that. Wait. No, yeah, you can. What is the standard price of materials? With the standard price of materials 1414 divided by the actual quantity of materials 505. So it's 2.8 for that one, and then we got 2.8. It's because they already gave you the standard price. We're looking for the ounces per unit. What is the ounces per unit? The quantity, the actual number of quantity was 505 ounces, and the number of actual units was 96,000. Really? That's this decimal? Like, this cannot possibly be how they want you to solve this. What is the actual overhead? The actual overhead is going to be the actual price times the actual quantity. The actual quantity is 37,500. Yeah, but the standard quantity the applied overhead this quantity is going to be 96 times go come on it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Going back to the previous thing where I calculated a long decimal. Oh, come on. Divided by the price. Because a number times that 2.8, we're going to get the actual quantity. No, the standard price divided by the standard price, we're going to get the actual quantity, because divided by the standard price of materials is 2.8. What the heck? No, we already have the actual quantity times the standard price. That's not going to help. We need the standard quantity. What is the standard? We need this number. To get that number, we need to use this. This number divided by SP times SQ. Number times number times number equals this number. How many numbers do we know? We know the standard price. And the standard quantity is equal to the number of production is 96,000. So we know the SP and we know the 96,000. We're just missing this question mark. That's the question mark that's missing. The question mark. So the standard price is gonna be 2.8 times the 96,000 times X equals the 1,344. So X equals 1,344 divided by those two numbers. Oh man. Five. And so then we got 5, and then we got 5 times 2.8 is 14. So direct materials is there. So now we have to get the direct labor. What is the standard price of labor? Well, to get the standard price of labor, you have to divide the 960 divided by the number of units, 96, and then the 0.4, and then we get to 25 is gonna be that number times 0.4 is 10. And then, so now we can calculate the total overhead. So we have 30 minus 14 minus 10. The overhead equals 6 per unit. So now that overhead is 6 per unit, we divide 6, do 6 divided by 0.4, and that's the standard price of the overhead is 15. Standard price of overhead equals 15. So, and now you can calculate the budgeted overhead. You do to applied is going to be the number of units. Is it going to be 96 times 0.4 times? No. That funny. I'm not even done with the question. That was funny. 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 I did this part first and then B. I used C to calculate B. What the heck? I don't even care because I'm just assuming this won't even be on this type of thing won't even be on the test. But I already calculated all these. Wait, no. Yes, because wait, did I not even save it? Did I not even save all my work I had just done? I didn't. I saved direct materials of 5, right? I saved that one. So of course, at least I saved the 14, 10, and 6, but I didn't save the other ones, so I could recalculate it. It's fine. I can just do this divided by 0.4 to recalculate the numbers I had already calculated, which is funny. And 6 divided by 0.4, 15. Like, I did this out of order. I did all this stuff already. And it took 5 billion years to do 1 out of 3 questions. That was funny. I have completed 1 out of 3 questions. That was funny. Well.